Let's just say that the Mambilla Power Project has now become the most popular project, the most popular mega project in Nigeria till date. Because if not that Tinubu said that he wanted to complete that project, probably we wouldn't have heard anything about it. We wouldn't have known that 6 billion naira, $6 billion was expanded on this project, and till date Nigeria has nothing to show for it. Let's not even add the fact that the president at that time, Mr. Olusegun Obasanjo, said that no approval was gotten from him for the project, that he does not know how, you know, this money was released, that on his part he never signed any such document. And as we speak, EFCC has arrested Agunloye, the minister in charge of a project. This is also funny to me. Nigeria, my country. Nigeria, Hildi. I give you salute. Heba. Hey, Niger, Niger, my country. Oh my God. $6 billion. We're not talking about 6 million naira here. We're actually talking about $6 billion in dollars. 6 billion in dollars has gone missing, and the minister who is in charge of a project at the time cannot account for 6 billion naira. No project, no 6 billion naira. Money has vanished into thin air, and we keep shouting corruption, corruption. It is this person that can do it better. When so person gets to power, is going to do it better, is going to make the country better. This one, that one. Hey, Nigeria. I tire, oh, Nigeria. Now we are talking of Mambilla Power Project. What about all the other several projects, several abandoned road projects, several projects that never saw the light of day, and monies have been expanded on this project? No project, no money. But because after how many years now? After Obasanjo ruled, we've had Yaradua, we've had Jonathan, we've had Buhari. So many years, more than 10 years. 10 years is if more than 10 years, if not more than 15 years, has gone by. If not that Tinubu, one of the campaign promises he made was to go into Mambila Power Project and make sure that this project is completed, we wouldn't be hearing the story now. But anyway, let's just dive right into the details of today's news. But before we do so, if this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please join this community we have here. We're growing stronger day by day. We need you when we hit that 1 million mark. So subscribe, like this video, leave your opinions in the comments section. Turn on the post notification bell as well so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. $6 billion Mambilla Power Project. Release Agunloye or arrest everyone involved in the monumental scam, Wole Soyinka. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has criticized the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) over the unjust detention of a former Minister of Power, Dr. Olu Agunloye, noting that it was a total contempt of sense and justice. Soyinka, in a release on Monday, said the arrest of Agunloye over the Mambilla Power Project by the Anti-Graft Commission was questionable, adding that it was not the first time he would have to scold the high-handed and illegal conduct of the EFCC. The elder statesman hence asked the EFCC to release all its prisoners, or in the alternative, equally arrest and detain all those involved in this mammoth scam of Mambilla Power Project. Wole Soyinka wrote, "Concerning governance, there is never any moment too early nor demand too drastic in calling for the overhaul of the security agencies where their activities intrude on the fundamental rights of the citizen. The practice of citizen detention at the whim of either religious blackmail, or circular arrogation demands curtailment at source, most especially when exercised in defiance of the law and the pronouncement of its agencies. Anything less goes to remind us that anarchy remains a choice for citizen recourse with unpredictable consequences. The immediate provocation for these reflections is ongoing predicament of a former Minister of Power, Dr. Agunloye, currently detained by the EFCC in total contempt of sense and justice, or indeed basic humane considerations. We shall not go into the merit or demerit of charges raised against him over a 16-year-old project that bears the name Mambilla. That is the business of the law courts. Our concern at this moment is, however, only partially on the basis of individual fundamental human rights. Most fortuitously, the detention of any former public servant under consequences such as Agunloye also provoke the question: how is public interest, such as the pursuit of justice, served by such arbitrary exercise of power? Before the now familiar capping, let me state that this is not the first time I have personally intervened in the high-handed and illegal conduct of the EFCC, all the way back to its inception and public enthusiasm over its mission. I have had cause to use every means to promote and facilitate the success of that mission, while at the same time insisting on the organization's operation under the law and citizen entitlement. My personal relationship with the EFCC include placing the civic organization in which I am involved in active relationship with that corruption fighting agency, even to the existence of an MOU of collaboration. From the time when, intoxicated by righteous zeal, the EFCC in its early years attacked the home and offices of businessmen with a bulldozer, destroying and carrying off valuable equipment, I tackled its then director and demanded civilized usage in opposition to brute force. It was this that impelled me to facilitate bringing to Nigeria President Kagame of Rwanda to Nigeria to lecture on how he tackled a deep-seated corruption culture among public servants that was effected in the context of a conference on that very theme at the dedication of new offices of EFCC. I have never hidden my commitment to the operations of any corruption fighting agency, including EFCC's predecessor, the ICPC. Those credentials are stated to forestall any time wasting and distracting interventions. Let us now get down to immediate and nation affecting missteps by that same EFCC. The resort to trial or smear by media of a most sensationalist kind launched against the person of Dr. Agunloye is unworthy and reprehensible, most critical, and I want both governance and citizenry to understand this. It is counterproductive. It inhabits genuine inclination by proficient citizen for public service. That is a lamentable obstacle on the way to any nation's development. Oluwagunloye has pursued his movement openly to the extent of being present and photographed at my sister's funeral on December 8th. He did not appear in disguise, did not sneak in and out. He functioned as any normal human being at an event at which the press was present. Less than 36 hours later, he was declared wanted. If that was an EFCC joke, it was in extremely bad taste. obviously designed for social media sensationalism, not for any serious crime solving commitment. Nonetheless, Agunloye, as a dutiful citizen, issued a statement on his visibility and ready compliance. He promised to show up at the EFCC offices in Abuja the following day. He appeared, was promptly arrested and detained. The information I have been able to obtain during the past 2 days of my return to the country is that the head of the EFCC declared that he would release him only on the instructions of the president of the nation. True or false, I am not in the game of it said, I said. What matters is the musky exercise of power. I have had cause to intervene before this, all the way from Are through Ribadu and Mago, that last until he stopped taking my calls. The present, however, transcends all other interventions as it involves certain issues of national interest in tandem with the evident issues of fundamental citizen rights. In the meantime, the EFCC should release all its prisoners or, in the alternative, equally arrest and detain all those involved in this mammoth scam that has deprived the giants of Africa the basic survival facility for 21st century society. One chicken in the coup is a travesty of justice and a deplorable lack of nerve. Release Agunloye or detain all those directly or indirectly implicated in that fiasco. The priming and posturing of EFCC has served its purpose. It is time to now divert it to a productive end, bringing closure on the one hand and also opening up new channels of productive fulfillment for a stressed and distressed nations nation. You all, thank you very much for always listening and watching. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section. I will see you.